Hello guys, am I audible? Hey guys, hope I'm audible and visible. I hope you must have seen the landmark judgment by Supreme Court. First of all, congratulations to everyone who fought behind it. And I would say that it's something, though it is not expected at this moment, but whatever decision has been made today will impact very positively for every NEET PG aspirant in the future. First of all, hats off to everyone who fought behind it. And finally, we have got that NEET PG will not be held in 2 sessions. An amazing judgment. Thanks to all the my lords and thanks to the Supreme Court for doing this, and thanks to all the amazing students who fought behind it each and every time, right? Let's come back to this. So why did Supreme Court decide to not to do this, right? Some things which I feel that what has happened is for good. The lack of transparency in conducting 2 sessions, which students have been fighting for from the last time. Last time, though, they goofed up in multiple places, but I think this time what they did was very good, right? They put their foot down. Couple of few students and few student groups, though there might be backlashes against them. Why did they do this in the last moment? But this has to happen, right? What the Supreme Court has told us, 2 shifts, which were all the logical statements made by almost every student across, right? 2 shifts, 2 different papers, therefore difficulty level will not be equal. 100% it cannot be equal. Leave for physics, chemistry and biology. For that 19 different subjects, 19 different questions, 19 different difficulty levels will be there, right? Not just that, they also emphasize that the weightage, like for anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, there is a blueprint, that also cannot be maintained. Obviously, it cannot be maintained, right? And it violates the fairness and the concept of level playing field. Absolutely right. Supreme Court judges, thank you for everything what you've done for NEET PG students. This batch might suffer a little bit, but in future batches, it's going to be amazing, right? Court has observed that luck starts to matter more than merit when there's 2 streams, right? Obviously, right? When there are 2 sessions, luck plays a very important role than the thing. We'll come to that soon, whether the exam will be postponed or not. Normalization should not be an yearly routine, because last year also, if you've seen, students have fought for it. Till the last moment, students have fought for it. They failed to do it because NB gave some justification. But this time, courts are very smart that it cannot happen as a regular routine, right? Obviously, once a time when there is something untoward situation happening, yes, it's okay to do that, but not as a regular routine, fine? And there are more questions, like you guys like. Any 2 questions, the same thing. These are exactly from the Supreme Court judges, what's happening here. And the next thing is whether NEET PG can be postponed. Now, there are few problem statements here to be addressed. The first and the most important thing is NEET PG, what the NB has told in the Supreme Court is like now they have only approximately 15 days to double the number of seats. When the NB side lawyer said that it's difficult to do it in the next 15 days, justice has told that if a scale of a NEET UG can happen pan-India in its offline pen and paper mode for that wide amount, like 20-25 lakhs, it's not difficult to do it in the next 15 days, right? So first, will it be postponed? As on today, as per the judgment, there's no plea from postponement from the NB side. They have been instructed to make sure the shifts become 1 and all the exam centers has been taken care of by NB. That's one and the most important thing, right? But for now, there's no official postponement has been announced. Now what to do? Whenever you are running, whenever you're sprinting towards the last 15 days and such a judgment like this comes, for every aspirant who's going to sit for this NEET PG exam, please don't get distracted. Let's imagine it's going to be on 15th. It's not on 15th, it's completely fine. But let's imagine it's going to be on 15th. If it's going to happen like after a month, it's okay, it's completely okay. But please, humble request to all the aspirants, get out of all of these. 1 day, 2 day, everything will automatically come back to normal. You do the same thing. How we can help for you? We'll be helping with a NEET PG Marathon just to make sure you have the same momentum till the exam. If it's postponed, let's see that when it happens. Is it possible to double the number of seats in offline within span of 15 days? That's not your headache. That's not our headache. That's NB's headache and NMC's headache. And judges told clearly that and categorically, if you cannot do such rapid allocation of offline centers, the students have the right to reapply for pushing the exam further, and you also have the right to reapply for a postponement, right? Now, keep studying, follow a plan, please stick to the same YouTube session. We will have the NEET PG Marathon just to help you. This marathon was decided to help the final moment, but now it becomes even more imperative when you have a laxity. You obviously will think that why should I do it now? Anyway, it will be postponed. That will be there in your minds. Let go of it. Listen to us. Just put the headphones on. All the 19 subject will be there. All the high yielding topic will be there in the form of a NEET PG Marathon on YouTube, along with a soft copy workbook for you. Sit through it. Please sit through it. Don't get diverted, don't get distracted, because you've been sprinting so long, and if you lose the momentum now, there is a possibility you might not be able to gain back in a month, right? So please stick to us, and we'll make sure you'll complete this. And let's say if it gets postponed, we'll see what to do when it happens, not now, right? And this doesn't mean that you should affect your preparation. This is the most important thing here. In addition to this, if you've seen last week, there are a few more points that the Supreme Court said, which is again in favor of the students, right? This time it's like touch wood. This should happen forever. The court has sided the students more than siding the authorities, right? So the court has categorically said that you should be, just give me a second, you should release the answer key. That's something which is again a tremendous push which happened from the student side. Amazing to each and every person who contributed and fought for this, and should have raw scores. Raw scores was more important when there's a 2 session, but we don't have a 2 session. But hopefully this happens. This will increase the transparency of the exam, and 2 shifts coming back to 1 shift again will be more helpful for the hard-working meritorious student, and not for people who are going to go behind the rules, right? So all the very best students, my humble request, please don't do anything. You continue doing your routine. Don't get distracted. NEET PG Marathon will be happening in the same channel, Shekhar. And please follow us in the same channel. We'll have the NEET PG Marathon. We'll have the soft copy hard workbook for you. We'll make sure that you guys don't get distracted for the next 1 week. That's our goal. If it gets postponed, let's see what happens. And hopefully, NB should release the answer key. NB, we will conduct it in 1 session, and we'll have an exam which will support the meritorious and not anyone who's trying to go behind the law, right? Thank you guys. Yes, Himanshu, finally justice prevailed. Hopefully that this will give us more confidence to voice out when there's a mistake, right? Not just here. We have multiple problems as doctors. Let's fight together unanimously for each and every problem which we feel is obstructing our way to learn and practice better medicine. Hopefully we'll win at the end of the day. Okay, any doubts guys, let us know. Most welcome Animesh. Yes, James, we will hope for the best, and hopefully we'll get the best as well. Fine. Vaibhav, like I said, as of now, there's no direction on the postponement. There's a possibility it can happen, but let's do one thing. Let's focus on our studies. Postponing the exam, conducting the exam is not in our hands. That headache is for NBE. Let's give the headache to them. Let's focus on our studies, and we'll be able to definitely hit it, right? But Bindwest Marathon will happen this weekend. We'll start by this weekend. We don't know as of now. Med Galaxy, since there is lots of questions unanswered, as of now, let's not go with that. But if NB is going to do something, I am 100% sure, at least this time, I have this trust on the Judiciary Department and the Justice Department to enforce that everything happens smoothly. Yes, Prashant. It will happen on the PW Med next channel. Please go and follow that. Fine. Okay, Rahul. Thank you guys. Thank you for your amazing time, and I hope we will learn more together in pathology as well as medicine. And see you soon. Bye-bye. All the very best for every aspirant. And if you're in early phase of your medical career, one thing I can assure you, something good is happening. And I hope this continues forever. And I hope the Supreme Court and the Justice Department will side us, not just in terms of exam, in terms of security, in terms of multiple lapses in the development and research. Hopefully we'll win the game in the long run. Fine. Thank you guys.